Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a really exciting one for you today because we are diving into a massive structural evolution. We're going to explore how technology is completely transforming real estate from the inside out. We are talking about a total revolution in the spaces where we live, work, and commute. It's altering both the physical constraints of steel and concrete and the digital systems used to actually sell them.
So what do ropeless elevators and artificial intelligence have in common? I know, it sounds like the setup to a cheesy sci-fi joke, right? But the answer is actually pretty profound. Both of these technologies are fundamentally rewriting the rules of our built environment. They're totally changing the physics and the economics of how our buildings operate.
Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today's Explainer. 1. The need for speed. 2. Elevators going sideways. 3. Redesigning tomorrow's skyscrapers. And 4. AI meets real estate. All right, let's dive right in.
Starting off with Section 1, the need for speed, pushing those vertical limits.
For the longest time, vertical transportation was all about answering one main question. Just how fast can we shoot humans up into the sky without making them feel completely sick? Think about this. 60 seconds. That is literally all it takes to rocket from the ground floor all the way up to the 124th floor observation deck of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. To pull that off, these passenger elevators hit blistering speeds of 10 meters per second. That is roughly 22 miles per hour, straight up. And that perfectly highlights this massive global race for vertical dominance. Right now, the Burj Khalifa holds the crown for the fastest operational passenger elevator. But the Shanghai Tower over in China, they're planning and testing systems that hit a crazy 18 meters per second. And Taipei 101 in Taiwan is right up there too, clocking in at 16.8 meters per second. Obviously, pushing these boundaries safely takes some absolutely mind-blowing engineering.
So what's the actual tech making this happen? Well, for the Burj Khalifa, Otis developed something called machine roomless, or MRL technology. The wild part here is that even with these heavy, double-decker cabins flying up at record speeds, they're surprisingly sustainable. They use these ultra-lightweight materials and regenerative drives. It's kind of like the regenerative braking in a hybrid car. It actually feeds energy back into the building's grid, dropping energy consumption by a massive 40%. And yet, traveling that fast, safety is a huge deal. So they're packed with multiple backup systems, emergency brakes, seismic sensors for earthquakes, and even pressurization systems so your ears don't pop out of your head.
Moving right along to Section 2, elevators going sideways, breaking the vertical constraint.
Okay, so what happens when we stop just looking up? For literally generations, we've been tied down to the traditional rope elevator. It's naturally height limited and completely stuck to a single car moving up and down in one shaft. But compare that to the multi-system developed by TK Elevator. This thing is completely ropeless. It operates in a continuous loop shaft and can move in multiple directions. Cutting that steel cord changes absolutely everything about how we design and navigate our spaces.
The tech replacing that old steel cable is called a linear induction motor. Instead of a pulley hoisting a box, this system uses a flat magnetic core with coils that shoot an electric current through them, creating a traveling magnetic field. And that magnetic field is what actually propels multiple individual cabins vertically, horizontally, and even diagonally across the building, all at the exact same time. It's like something straight out of the future.
So, what does this mean for the buildings themselves? The impact is staggering. 30%. Look, traditional elevator shafts are massive space hogs. They can eat up anywhere from 20 to 40% of a skyscraper's entire footprint. But because this multi-system runs multiple cars in fewer shafts without any ropes, it shrinks that footprint way down. It can literally increase a property's usable, leasable space by up to 30%. For developers, getting all that leasable square footage back is just a colossal financial win.
Which leads us nicely into Section 3, redesigning tomorrow's skyscrapers, the tech in action.
Now, I know multi-directional elevators sound like pure fantasy, kind of like Willy Wonka's glass elevator, right? But this is firmly grounded in reality. I want to share this quote from Javier Sesma, the VP of Global Business Development at TK Elevator. He says, "We do have a real-scale, working prototype, and our team is progressively certifying each element of multi-ropeless system." They actually debuted this to the public at a massive 800-foot-tall test tower over in Germany. So this isn't just a fun sketch on a whiteboard. The certification process is already happening.
The crucial point here is the massive ripple effect this is going to have on our cities. First off, it totally wipes out architectural height limits. It also cuts down on a building's carbon emissions because you're building fewer shafts and using those regenerative drives we mentioned earlier.
But here's the coolest part. It opens up the incredible potential to seamlessly link private building elevators directly to public transit. Just imagine riding the subway and then transferring straight into a horizontal elevator that drops you right at your office desk without ever stepping foot onto the street. Seriously mind-blowing. Now, there are definitely hurdles. Because of the complex loop layout, you have to integrate this into the original building design from day one. And just like when the very first commercial elevators popped up in the 1850s, it's going to take a period of user trust and adaptation before people are totally comfortable with it.
All right, on to our final section. Number 4, AI meets real estate, the digital infrastructure.
We've talked a lot about the heavy steel, the crazy magnets, and the physical engineering of the buildings themselves. But let's execute a quick pivot. Because it's not just the physical spaces that are evolving. The digital infrastructure, the actual tools used to buy, sell, and market these cutting-edge spaces, is going through a massive shift of its own. And this new landscape is increasingly being dictated by algorithms.
Generative AI is absolutely streamlining the workflow for real estate brokers right now, and it's doing it in 5 distinct ways that fundamentally drive down marketing costs. We're seeing AI take over virtual staging, instantly furnishing empty rooms. It's whipping up super accurate floor plans just from a quick phone scan. It's instantly drafting totally unique listing descriptions. It's generating highly polished marketing materials even if you have zero design experience. And it's fueling smart CRMs that completely automate how agents manage and communicate with their clients.
To really put that into perspective, let's walk through how this AI workflow actually looks step by step. Stuff that used to take weeks is literally getting done in minutes. Step 1. An agent just walks through a property with an app, and in under 5 minutes, they've got a perfectly accurate floor plan. Step 2. Using tools like virtual staging AI, they can drop digital furniture into empty rooms. It takes under a minute, costs fractions of a dollar, and saves thousands in physical staging fees. Step 3. They feed some basic details into an AI tool, and boom, it automatically spits out a unique, ready-to-go listing description draft instantly.
So what does all this mean? We are at a fascinating crossroads. As buildings break the laws of traditional physics to move sideways, and artificial intelligence seamlessly handles the intricate details of marketing and selling these spaces, what exactly will be the true value of the human element in real estate? It's a massive technological shift we are living through right now, and it really leaves us pondering what the future of our cities and our actual roles within them will truly look like. Thank you so much for joining me on today's Explainer. I hope it sparked your curiosity.